Hello, welcome to Medicines. In the last video, we have discussed the four types of epiphyses. In today's video, we are going to see the types of cartilages, which is the second topic in the general anatomy. Let's understand the types of cartilages in a story format so that it would be easy to remember and easy to visualize. Okay, let's start the today's topic. Cartilage types functions. Okay, firstly, what is the cartilage? Generally, everybody know what is the cartilage, but the actual definition, which is it is a soft, flexible connective tissue. Cartilage is something which is soft, which is flexible, which comes under the connective tissue category. It supports different parts of the body like joints, ear, and airway. It is something which can easily be flexible by itself, which is soft in texture and which helps different parts of the body like the joints, ear, and airway. Okay? For it has no blood vessels, which means it does not have any blood supply to it. If anything or a particular part does not have blood supply, it does not have blood vessels. So it heals slowly. If there is a damage to a cartilage or any part of the cartilage, it heals slowly. Okay? And no nerves. So we should remember, if anybody asks us what is the cartilage, it is something soft, flexible, connective tissue. It supports different parts of the body like joints, ear, and airway, and it has no blood vessels, which means no blood supply and no nerves. Okay, the main cell inside cartilage is called the chondrocyte. Most of us know each important organ in our body has a specific cell in it. Okay, like everybody know the functional unit of the kidney, which is the nephron. Like every particular organ has its particular cell. The functional unit of lungs, which is the alveoli. Like the similar way, the cartilage has the chondrocyte, which lives inside small spaces called the lacunae. The chondrocyte, for example, this is the cartilage. This we call it as the cartilage. Just imagine, this is not the actual cartilage. Inside the cartilage, there are small spaces called the lacunae. These are known as the lacunae. Inside these, they live the chondrocytes. Okay? Types of cartilage. Like there are types of epiphyses, which are the four types. I hope you all remember. There are three types of cartilage based on what fibers they contain and how they behave. Generally, we classify any type of cartilage or epiphyses on what contents they have and what function they perform. So now we are classifying them on what type of fibers they have. Firstly, the hyaline cartilage. Okay, most of us have already heard what a hyaline cartilage is in many different ways, but I'll tell you most important ones. Okay, it is the smooth one. Hyaline cartilage is, of course, a smooth one. It looks smooth, glossy, and bluish white in color. Okay, it mainly contains fine collagen fibers, but which are not easily visible to the naked eye. Okay, I repeat, it mainly contains fine collagen fibers. It is important to remember because what is the main characteristic of the hyaline cartilage is that it contains fine collagen fibers. Okay, it is strong but flexible. Okay, it forms smooth surfaces at joints to help bones move easily. Since most of the because of the presence of the hyaline cartilage, it helps the bones and the joints to move easily and flexibly. As we have already discussed, it is a strong and flexible. It also supports structures like the nose and the walls of the airway. At the tip of our nose, if we touch, we find something cartilaginous structure, which is the hyaline cartilage. Okay, if we put our index finger on our nose, we can feel it. It supports structures like the nose and the walls of the airway, trachea, and bronchi. Example places. Okay, end of long bones at the joints, nose tip, which you already know, ribs joining the sternum, the costal cartilage, Air passages like trachea, bronchi, skeleton of the fetus before the birth. These are the examples of hyaline cartilage. If in while discussing the hyaline cartilage, the main points to remember is it contains fine collagen fibers, it is strong but it is flexible, forms smooth surfaces at joints to help bones move easily, and the examples are ends of long bones, nose tip, ribs joining the sternum. If we remember nose tip, we should also remember the air passages because both comes under the airway. Okay, nose tip, air passages. It will be easy to remember like this. If both of this has a connection and ribs joining the sternum, the costal cartilage. This is the end of long bones, generally at the joints because it gives the smooth surfaces. It forms smooth surfaces to help bones move easily. Okay. This is the hyaline cartilage. As I've already told, at the tip. This tip, you can feel it with your fingers. It is very soft, but it is a bit strong. Okay. Elastic cartilage. The name itself indicates it is the elastic. It is elastic. Elastic is something which is more flexible. This is the flexible among the all three, which is the hardest flexible capacity in it. It looks yellowish and is more flexible than the hyaline. It contains a lot of elastic fibers which allow it to bend and return to the original shape. So, as we have already discussed, we have to remember the contents inside each type of cartilage. In hyaline cartilage, what we have discussed, it contains fine collagen fibers like that. It is easy to remember for the elastic one because it is comes after the name itself, elastic cartilage. So there would be elastic fibers, elastic cartilage, elastic fibers, the flexible one. It maintains the shape of soft structures. Okay, since there are many soft structures inside our body, it gives a particular shape to those particular soft structures. Common examples. Okay, outer ear, pinna, epiglottis. Epiglottis is that flap which covers the airway during swallowing. It prevents the food to enter the airway. Okay, this is a eustachian tube which connects ear to the throat. See, we could easily remember these both. Outer ear pinna. You can also feel it with your fingertips by placing your fingers on the tip of the outer ear. Ear, eustachian tube which connects ear to the throat. Something which has connection. And the epiglottis, of course, it is present, which is the flap that covers the airway during swallowing. Okay, what we should remember is that it is a flexible one. It looks yellowish color. It contains elastic fibers, and of course examples. Okay, this is the elastic cartilage, the most flexible one. The third one, which is the fibrocartilage, which is the tough one, which is compared to the other two, it is the tough one. It looks dense, white, and tough. Tough, which means in the sense it is not that much flexible compared to the other two. It has thick bundles of strong collagen fibers. It has thick bundles of strong collagen fibers. Okay, it is very strong, very tough, and resists compression, which means it is not flexible. It is not at all flexible. It is very tough. It contains thick bundles of strong collagen fibers. It acts like a shock absorber between the bones. Example of the places. These are the examples. Intervertebral discs between the spinal bones. Pubic symphysis, where the two hip bones meet. Okay. This is a pubic symphysis. These are the second somewhere here, which is present between the two hip bones. This is a pubic symphysis, intervertebral disc. These are the main examples of fibrocartilage. Okay, these are the three main types of cartilages. Hyaline cartilage, this is the first one we discussed, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Most flexible, second most flexible, and it is the least flexible because it is a tough one. Okay, it is present at the knee and the vertebra, nose and ribs, ear. There is one more image. Okay. See, The exact location of a cartilage. This is the bone, this part, inside the part, okay? This is the synovium. This is the synovial fluid, of course, which is present inside the synovium cavity. This is the bone. These are the parts. This part is the ligament. You can see this part. This is generally known as the cartilage, which is present inside the ligament, giving the joint and the bone a flexible movement if it is a hyaline cartilage or the elastic cartilage. Okay, but the fibrous one is really not flexible because it contains strong collagen fibers. Okay, that's it for today. We have discussed the three types of cartilage and a easy short form to understand the three in detail. Generally, in exam, while writing an exam, if you get a question in the types of cartilage, these are the mostly the three types. If we find difficulty in understanding, just remember what contents each cartilage has in them. Okay, like the hyaline, it is smooth, it is soft, it is not that flexible compared to elastic, but it is flexible. While coming to elastic cartilage, it is like a rubber band. It is flexible. It gets to the original shape. It bends and comes back. It gives support to the joints. And the fibrocartilage, which is a strong cushion, like it just absorbs the shock between the joints and the bones. So, if you remember each contents in them, we will be able to answer the questions. So, that's it for today. In the next class, we'll discuss the blood supply of the bone. Is like this. At the end, I'll try to make you understand everything in a short form so that it will be able to remember. If you like these videos, try to follow for more. Thank you. Bye.